everybody, and welcome to Katie's Corner. In today's video, I'll be sharing my current night routine that really helps me get refreshed, recharged, and ready to start my day in the morning. And I'll just be taking you guys along with me for my night routine and sharing some of my best tips for better sleep along the way. These are just the things that help me, and I'll also be sharing some of the benefits that I've seen since really switching up my night routine and putting a little bit more focus onto the things that I do before bed. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe down below before you leave for more weekly content. And before we get started, I just wanted to light an incense with you guys. We're just going to be talking all things rest and relaxation. So I'm going to be lighting a lavender scented incense today because I feel like that really fits with the vibe that we're going for this video. I really like to give myself at least 1 to 2 hours to unwind before bed and really decompress and relax without staring at a screen. So I will set my phone to the side, and I also try not to watch TV during this time as well. Tonight I chose to do a page in this coloring book, and I just really find that when I don't stare at a screen close to bedtime, I am able to fall asleep so much easier and just feel so much more ready for bed and more relaxed. And I find that allowing myself some time to be in the present moment and really focus on my body and what I'm doing and what is currently happening around me really helps me quiet my mind and prepare me for a more restful night's sleep when I'm able to take myself out of my mind and kind of allow those thoughts that keep circling to take a back burner for a little while. It really helps me get a more restful night's sleep. I find that I'm able to fall asleep faster and stay asleep throughout the night better. I'm not waking up a bunch of times during the night and having to fall back asleep. So I find that that is something that has been really impactful to me. And I know everyone says it, but it truly is so important. And it really does help. Even if your phone is on nighttime mode and has like the screen over it to have it more of an orangey tone, I still find that that keeps me up. So I've just gone to avoiding my phone altogether, and it also forces me to actually take some time to rest and recharge at the end of the day instead of staying on my phone and sometimes editing until the time that I go to bed, which can make me feel kind of exhausted and burnt out. Another thing I make time for in the evenings is journaling. I really like to write down some things that I'm grateful for, and I'll also write down 3 things that I have to do tomorrow. And sometimes I'll do a brain dump as well, and I find that this just really helps me to clear out my mind, helps me feel more prepared for the day, and also helps me reflect on the good things that happened today and the things that I really enjoyed. And I find that that just creates such a warm and loving energy that I really enjoy having before I go to bed. So gratitude, to-do list, and a brain dump are usually an essential part of my evenings. Sometimes I won't do a brain dump. I usually will do that on the days where I feel like my head is really full of thoughts and I really want to get them out on paper so that I can express them and kind of allow them to sit to the side so I can get a restful night's sleep instead of fixating on them the entire night while I'm trying to rest. And I just feel like I've seen so many benefits from putting a little bit more effort into my night routine. I feel more refreshed in the morning, and I also feel better throughout my day. I have more focus, I have more energy, and I feel like I'm just in a better mood. I even feel like I have a little bit better decision making, which makes sense because my mind is more clear when I've had more sleep. And sleep is also just so good for your immune system. It reduces stress and can even lower health risks. So 7 to 9 hours of uninterrupted sleep is so ideal, and it just is going to be easier to wake up even when it's early, when you are fully rested and recharged and ready for the day, instead of trying to go off of 5 to 6 hours of sleep and just feeling exhausted. So I really do like to aim for 7 to 8 hours. That's usually a really great window for me, and it has been so beneficial in my life. And it really is important to think of sleep as something that is necessary and something that's not a waste of time. It really can be a form of self care. I mean, need your beauty sleep after all. Then, after I finish writing down my 3 to do list items for the next day, I'll usually write those onto my whiteboard as well, just so that I can see them in the morning and don't forget to complete any of those tasks. It just helps me feel more organized and more relaxed when I know that everything is accounted for on my list and I won't have to worry about forgetting anything overnight. Next, I take some time to really connect my mind with my body. So I enjoy sitting for a little while in meditation. I find that when I shy away from meditation is usually the times when I need it the most. I have been fairly resistant to meditation for the last few months. It has been really hard for me to find the time to just sit with myself and allow myself to breathe and be in my body. And I find that adding this to my night routine, even when it's only for a few minutes, has been so immensely beneficial for me. It really does feel so good once I'm sitting there in meditation, even when I've been resistant to it to begin with. And I feel like it is just really important to remember that we really do need to take time for these things. We need to take time to center ourselves and be in our bodies and take time for breath work. I have added a few minutes of breath work to my night routine, and that has really helped me a lot. I like to breathe in for 4 breaths, hold for 4 breaths, and then exhale for 4, and hold on the exhale for 4 to start. And I usually do each of these breaths for about a minute. For the next breath, I'm going to be breathing in deeply through my nose and then blowing it out quickly all the way through my mouth. And this one is just so cleansing. I feel like it really helps me release any tension, baggage, and negative energies that I've been carrying from the day that I've had. And then the last one that I'll do is to breathe in fully through my nose and then blow it out slowly all the way through my mouth, and just really focus on filling my lungs all the way and then pushing each little last bit of air out. And this one is so relaxing to me. I find that when I am done with these breathwork exercises, I am just so much more decompressed and relaxed than I was before. It truly helps me to calm my nervous system and just come fully back to my body and just be able to exist in my current space in the present moment, and really helps me just feel centered in my own energy. And that is exactly what I want to take into the next day. Then next I will move into relaxing my body. So I will just do some bedtime stretches. I usually just do these in my bed. So I'll roll out my neck, releasing tension. I carry a lot of tension in my back and shoulders. So I really focus on that as I do my stretches before bed and work on getting every last bit of tension worked out slowly and gently. So I'm just stretching my neck out very carefully, very gently, allowing myself to continue breathing and centering myself in the present moment. I really enjoy these forward fold variations to really stretch out my back and allow myself to decompress. So I will reach forward and then move my hands back beside my hips and then lean forward the same way. And this second variation just really gets into the back of the neck and into the shoulders, and I just always feel so much more relaxed and feel like it just releases a lot of tension. Next, I'm going to be finding a spinal twist. So I'm just bringing my knee up and twisting to the opposite side. I usually would take about 6 deep breaths for each side. While doing this stretch, I really focus on breathing into my lower back and softening those muscles and deepening my twist. And then before switching sides, I always bring my knee back to my chest and allow my back to kind of relax and decompress a bit after the twist. And then after I am finished with these, I also always find a forward fold or a child's pose just to stretch out my back the opposite way and prevent any more tension from building. And these stretches paired with the meditation and the breath work just really help me relax my entire body and my mind as well. It helps me create connection between my mind and body and helps bring me into the present moment so that my mind isn't running wild as I get ready to relax and go to sleep. Your hips are another place where tension can be stored, so I really allow myself to find some gentle movement here, allow myself to work through this tension and allow it to just loosen and drift away from my body to prepare myself for the night ahead. And I really find that this helps me finally release anything that I've been holding onto for my day. When I just fully focus on moving through my body, finding each bit of tension, and giving it the space to be released, I feel so much more prepared for the day ahead tomorrow. And it just really helps prepare me for my routine and gets me in the mind space that I would need to be in to be aligned with what I am working towards. Another thing I enjoy doing sometimes is making myself a bedtime tea blend. And I usually use lavender, chamomile, blue lotus, and also some thyme for this. All of these are really good. Lavender is really good for enhancing sleep quality as well as helping promote relaxation. Chamomile is considered a mild sedative and is also really good for helping you relax before bed. Thyme is also helpful for helping induce sleep, and it also has a naturally relaxing and supportive effect on the nervous system. So I really enjoy using this in my bedtime teas, and I also will use a little bit of blue lotus. And this is mostly just for when I want to have a little bit more vivid dreams and remember my dreams better throughout the night. And I usually just use a couple teaspoons of each herb. I'll usually use about two of lavender, two of chamomile, and then maybe 1.5 of blue lotus and 1 teaspoon of thyme. And this is just the perfect blend for helping me feel more relaxed and more ready for sleep. I find that when I have this, I sleep deeper, I sleep better, and also I just really enjoy the ritual of making myself a cup of tea before bed. It really gets me in the present moment and helps me focus on something that I'm doing for myself and really helps me focus on that moment of self care. Then I just add the boiling water and let it steep for about 7 minutes before enjoying. And sometimes I'll also add a little bit of lemon or some honey to add to the taste and also to add some extra benefits as well. So I chose to do a coloring book instead of reading tonight. I did still want to show you guys the book that I've been reading because it is a frequent part of my night routine. This is Entangled Life by Merlin Sheldrake. And this is just a book about how fungi play a role in the world and how they can shape our futures. And just the kind of describes the immense impact that fungi have on all life on this planet, and I am really enjoying it so far. I found it so informative, and it even includes pictures that I found really interesting. It allows you to see different types of mycelium networks as well as different kinds of mushrooms, and it gives descriptions for each one. And I've just really been enjoying this book, so I wanted to go ahead and show you guys. If you are into books like this as well, I really think you'll enjoy this one, and I will definitely keep you guys updated on how I like this book when I finish it. And I did already do my skincare routine and wash my face a little bit earlier, but I still wanted to show you guys the products that I use. So morning and night I use the Snail Mucin Power Essence, and I have really been enjoying this. I feel like it makes my skin really dewy, really soft, and has helped me with some breakouts. This is the Real Beauty Miracle Clear Barrier Cream. I did enjoy this while I had it, but I felt like the longer that I used it, the more it had kind of the opposite effect and caused me to break out a little bit. So I do think I will be switching from this one, but it may be good for someone with slightly less oily skin. And I also like to use my body oil before bed, and I'll just put this on my shoulders and neck to allow myself a little bit of extra aromatherapy. I'll go ahead and put on a ambiance on my TV and set my sleep timer for about an hour so that can play while I am falling asleep. And I also like to scent my essential oil diffuser. Tonight I am going to be using a blend of lavender, frankincense, and sandalwood. And this is one of my favorite nighttime blends. I feel like it's really relaxing and gets me ready for sleep. And I also like to use warm water when I set my diffuser. I feel like it really helps the smell be more apparent in the air. And I haven't really tested this, but let me know your theory on this as well, because I really feel like it helps. And then all that's left to do is go ahead and get under my cozy blankets, turn off the light, and get some sleep. And after this night routine, it usually takes me only about 15 minutes to fall asleep. Alrighty guys, that is all for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed coming along with me for my nighttime routine. I hope that this could be relaxing for you as well as it is for me. And I hope that this inspires you to build your own night routine and put some time into being present and taking some intentional time and action for yourself in the evenings before you go to bed. I really find that this gets me so much more ready for my day, and it is just so important. I really cannot stress that enough. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up before you leave and subscribe down below for more weekly content. And if you would like to follow any of my other social medias, I'll have those all linked down below as well. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you all get an amazing night's sleep, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!